Hey everybody, welcome to Truth Be Told. I hope you're excited as I am. I'm going to work in about an hour, and I've been getting hurt at work. I got black and bruises because I've been moving fast, baby. But in that business, you got to move fast. But I need to be a little more careful because I've been really getting hurt, But I continue to just thank God for this opportunity that every day my body's getting stronger. That I'm working 9 and 10 hours a day, baby. And the first day I started working and I was doing those things in my mind, the devil was telling me, "You can't do this. You're too old. You're not strong enough." You know what? I got news for him, honey. I'm running circles around all them young kids in my job. But anyway, I just pray that you're doing well today and that you're ready to receive the truth of God. Now, I'm here to tell you, for me to tell you my story, if you know my story, like I was preaching in Africa when I was there giving a sermon, and I said, how can I tell you about the God that I serve and telling you how much I trust him is because of who he is in my life, is to tell you my story. For me to tell you about my God, I got to tell you my story, right? And to tell you my story about the love of God is to tell you the story of a love that's greater than anything that I've ever faced, right? To tell you my story, I have to tell you that God's love, God's faithfulness is greater than any mistake I've ever made, than any sin that I've ever committed. No matter what I've done in my life, no matter where I've been and what's happened to me, it is not greater than God's love in my life. So for me to tell you my story, I can't tell you my story without telling you about God's love, about his faithfulness, about his nature, his character, because in him and through him is I am where I am today, that I am not dead, I am not in jail, I ain't got no sicknesses, I don't take any medication, and it's a miracle. In the natural, it's impossible for me to be as healthy. For someone who did as many drugs as I did to do and to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day for over 25, towards the last 10 years, I was smoking 3 packs of cigarettes of Newport a day, snorting cocaine, smoking weed, popping pills, drinking alcohol. I should be all jacked up, okay? And I'm not. And why? Because of God's glory, God's hand in my life. And I know that some of us stories didn't turn out that way. Some of us did less things than I did, and your story turned out different. But I'm here to tell you that God is writing your story also. It may not look the same as mine. You may not have gotten delivered instantly like I did. Maybe you're still struggling. But I'm here to tell you that God is writing your story for your purpose and for you to affect the people in your lives, right? He wrote my story a certain way for me to do what I need to do, right? Your story is being written for you to do what you got to do. So I'm here to tell you to please be encouraged. Don't have the Jimmy Sprinkle syndrome, which is, if your story is not like mine, like, well, why did he do that for her and not for me? He's doing something better for you, baby, because he's working all things out for the good of those who love him and are called according to purpose. So if you're called according to his purpose, then please don't look at another person's story. Just look that he is faithful. Look at what he's done in the past and that he will do it again, because he is no respecter of men. I pray that you would just receive this, because for me to tell you my story is to tell you about his love, because my story ends and begins with his love and his faithfulness and his sacrifice. So I'm here to honor and glorify him today. And I pray that you would do the same, and that you would know that if your story ain't good, he ain't finished, baby, okay? So let him finish the story, because my story ain't finished yet, okay? And I got ups and downs every day, but I know that my story ends with the presence of God in all his glory. And there ain't nothing that can take that away from me. I pray that you would be well and that you would just let him finish writing your story and let God be God, like Bishop Alex says. I love you guys. I am on Submission Street and Praise Boulevard. Where you at? Holla.